Hey guys, we're here at the Long Beach Impressions Expo 2025, and with me today is Ara from Rapt Clothing. We love doing the walkthroughs. Ara probably has no idea what he just got himself into, but we're gonna have some fun because the goal of these walkthrough videos is to bring the show to you. Not everybody can afford to, travel out here to Long Beach Impressions. This is the best show of the year, and again, we're gonna show you what all is going on. All these different pieces of equipment, suppliers. Long Beach Impressions is unlike any other show. Let's go check it out, Ara.
Let's do it.
So, Ara, when we go to trade shows, you have Graphics Pro, you have Impressions, you have DAX, you have now the DTF Expo and Printing United. And some are better than others. Impressions has always been a leader. It used to be the ISS show. Printing United is more of an equipment show. What I really like about this one is it's heavily equipment, consumables, blanks, which you as a business owner need to be able to get that education no matter what it is. You need to find the blanks you want to offer, the new piece of equipment maybe to invest in, or people to outsource to. Because look at like Fulfill Engine here. It's a new concept that you've got to come to the show to learn more about it.
Yeah, I cannot miss this show. I schedule it in months in advance, and you're an absolute moron if you miss this show and you're in our industry. It's got everything,
and it's got the big guys.
And there's so much changing in our industry these days with technology, with AI and DTF and everything. You have to stay on top of it, and so there's no way in the world I'm missing this particular show.
No, it's a holiday for me. Like we made some videos with image technology, some really cool screen printing equipment, ink mixing and so forth. Back over there we had Happy Japan TechSmack. You can really learn a lot as well at these shows. It's not just about buying, it's about becoming more informed of what is out there. And what I love too is meeting you guys like you and helping each other. We're part of the Shirt Lab group. We as shop owners, we love helping each other. We're a community. That's what I love about this industry. It is not, dog-eat-dog world where we hating each other.
There's so many of the shared problems that we have, the shared suffering that we have, and it kind of feels like there's somebody else that's going through what we go through and somebody else trying to solve the same problems we're trying to solve. And it's refreshing to know that there are other solutions besides the ones that you come up with by yourself out there, and I hunger for it,
Well, again, on the Shirt Lab group, you have helped me with several things that I just didn't know. How do I do this? And then you've had questions, and I've been more than happy.
Vice versa.
It sounds cliche that helping someone feels good. It really does.
Yeah, it does.
And again, you really shouldn't look at each other as like pure competition. We're out to kill you. Ara, you outsource DTF transfers, right?
Yes.
You've outsourced them to local shops that technically could fall into your competition. Is that correct?
Correct, of course.
Has that been a problem?
Not at all. Not at all. What I've learned through the years is that you genuinely have your own brand of business. Like we have our own style and our own values and our own strategies that are totally different than yours. And that's why we don't perfectly match up with, not too many businesses don't match up with us. Even if they're like 20 miles away, they may not be a completely in-line competitor with us. So there's always a way. There's always a way for you to make your own mark in this industry.
This is one of the reasons why, again, I love this show. Like M&R brings their digital squeegee and stuff. There's stuff you just don't see at most of the other shows. It's such an event that all of us in the industry, we go all in because we want to grab your business and make connections. Again, a lot of it's word of mouth. If we at DecoNetwork have users, the best form of marketing is word of mouth, whether you're selling a t-shirt or we're selling software. If you go above and beyond for your customers, they will market you for them. What percentage of your marketing or leads and sales are from word of mouth?
I mean, right now, every single job we've ever gotten is from word of mouth. It's not a fair question for me because we've just never done marketing before. We just started doing marketing like 3 months ago, literally.
But that's not, no. It's not the question. It's you haven't always needed to do it necessarily, or you now, hey, what can we push it farther and so forth.
Yes.
But
Yes.
word of mouth is the best form of marketing.
Correct.
And I know a lot of super successful shops that have never done any marketing really in the scheme of, I hired an SEO company or whatever. They're killing it because they do the right thing. They take care of their customers. Good things happen.
Yes.
That's kind of, believe in karma and stuff like that. It's not a bad idea. Sanmar, this is my go-to supplier. I'm telling you guys, what makes them awesome isn't the fact what they sell you, it's how they treat you. They give you the marketing materials. If something happens, they're going to jump through whatever hoop to make it right because they value the relationship with us. And
we're waiting for our annual marketing budget from them, which they release every February. Yeah.
The other thing though about going to a show is you get a lot of sales reps who are here to sell something, and they got to make a living, but you're going to get biased opinions and so forth. So again, being able to connect with other decorators, hey, I just talked to so and so. What do you think about this and so forth? And like, I've done that. That's a lie, and so forth. It's always a good idea to do some networking at these shows.
Not to mention when these guys are bringing in their new stuff over here, you might find some gold in terms of like a new polo or a new hoodie or something like that, which in turn turns into tens of thousands in sales because of just the perfection of the trifecta of quality, price, and cut. DTF has made it so much easier to keep control in the shop. I didn't want to take a PhD course in screen printing. It was going to take me 5, 6, 7 years to figure it out. With DTF, you're able to gain that control with much less time of the learning.
One of the leaders, Cobraflex, what you're really seeing with these guys is more 9-color prints and so forth. Here we've got the brains of Cobraflex. Chris, how's it going, Chris?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Good. Good show?
Yeah, great show.
Okay, what I love, when you come here, look at the fleet. We've got the Venom, we got the King Cobra, we got the Cutting, we've got 9 colors and so forth. We got a Mini. It doesn't matter if you're on a $10,000 budget or you got, 120. Well, they've got a solution.
What's the width on that guy?
The width on that, it's a 63-inch roll with 15 print heads. So it'll do that entire roll in about 30 to 45 minutes.
And how big's that roll?
That roll is the standard size roll. We also have a jumbo roll, which will give you about an hour's worth of run time.
So how many square feet an hour is the real question?
So it depends on the design, right? But usually around 2,500.
2,500 square feet an hour? That's crazy. That's crazy. A whole nother world. We're going to go check out the Stealth over there because I think that is one of the coolest printers. But guys, check out Cobraflex. Chris, Jim, they are innovators. When it comes to DTF, you either slap a logo on the side, which is what it looks like across from us, or you build something.
Yeah,
that's what they do. Yeah, I love the Stealth. Yeah, we'll be back, bud.
Take care, fast.
So,
you look at it
again, you come to this show because also it's where they like to release the newest stuff every year. So, we at DecoNetwork try to time up one of our bigger releases this week. Just because it just makes sense too. New year, fresh start. This is where you see the new stuff get dropped.
Yes, sir. I could not believe the size of that printer, by the way.
Yeah, it's crazy fast. Now you said you're in the market for a DTF printer. It comes down to a lot of different things. What's your budget? What's your size? You're in LA. You're gonna have every foot matters for you. I mean, what are you paying for space?
I mean, yeah, it's anywhere from $1.75 to $2.50 a square foot, which is quite a bit, obviously. So yeah, it's a competitive disadvantage for us. So we do have to be as efficient as possible, and so introducing a DTF printer into our warehouse, yes, it's a big step, and I'm waiting for the right moment. I'm hoping that this year we can have something that's a little more user-friendly and, will be easier to handle.
One of my favorite DTF printers, again, there's different types for different situations, is the Cobraflex Stealth. Why do I love this machine? Well, one, this thing is built in Arizona. And again, it's just not made in China, shipped over here. It's modular. So you have this portion, you have this portion. So if your door frame is this, you don't need double doors and all that. You're gonna slide it right in. Ara, it has a humidifier. It has an AC unit. It's literally self-contained. You can have this in an open space. So guess who's probably having the least problem with humidity in the entire place right now? The Stealth, because it is all contained. So if you couldn't build a room, or if you only had the ability to slide it in through a small door, this is at the top of my list. They have it with CMYK, and the biggest thing with DTF now are the additional colors. Those additional colors are typically red, green, blue, orange. I'm missing one of them. But what I also like with like Cobraflex is doing, they're using some fluorescence. So if you look at that, red, green, blue, orange isn't necessarily always gonna get you some of those colors that you really make it pop. So when you're selecting that printer, what you're seeing more and more these days, hey, we do CMYK in white, but additional colors is awesome. What I also really like about that machine and what Cobraflex does is they use in-edit Neo Stampa. So you're thinking about getting a DTF. Here's how I want you to look at it. You have all these ingredients. I always like to use the cooking show analogy. You guys, they make it look so easy and they have all those ingredients out. Having ingredients such as, I have 9 colors I can mix with, does you no good if you don't know what the recipe is to make something. Again, you can have as many ingredients as you want, but if you put too much salt or sugar, it doesn't taste right, right? So when it comes to these printers, what's really important is the RIP software. And you're seeing a lot of these, and pretty much everybody's like, let's go 9 colors. And with those 9 colors, the problem is the RIP softwares were not really built back in the day for 9 color setups. They're built for CMYK. So just some of these RIPs are a lot better than others. Hey guys, we got Deco. You should check out DecoNetwork.com. But yeah, Ara, there's, and again, you've asked me questions about it, and it's like, I am not only more than happy, I enjoy working with somebody, just like giving them advice and so forth. And again, there's a lot of great manufacturers. We've made videos with a ton of them here at the shows. There's just, again, it's like, if somebody asked you, what's better, a Corvette or a Dodge Ram? Well, how does that make sense? Do I need to tow something or do I want to race somebody? There's 2 different situations. So you can't just put down one brand or something else. And again, some people they have great products and then sometimes not the greatest.
Right.
So again, having that unbiased opinion goes a long way. And again, being a part of the Shirt Lab group, I've been steered away from things, I've been steered towards things. Yeah. And I have so much peace of mind when I have, 200 years of experience on a call and they're like, yeah, we all agree, do it that way.
Right.
So, yeah, it's...
When it comes to DTF, one of the other reasons we're here today is to check on the technology and if there are any improvements. And you're always worried that if you spend, $30K on a DTF printer, that in 6 months they're going to come out with the next best, hottest thing. And I guess that's always going to be the case. But to be on top of it and to get ahead of the curve by actually like dipping your foot in the water, it's worth it.
Yeah, well, here's what I'd say about these. Yeah, if you want 9 color is starting to hit the limit. What I'm starting to see get pushed is like the Impress heat press. Have you seen that?
Was it here last year?
No, it's at Printing United. So this thing,
I have not seen this.
It can auto place the transfer and auto peels, and then it can auto take off the shirt. One operator can print 500 plus shirts an hour off of a carousel. Yeah, and it also has 2 heating elements. So you can see it's grabbing the transfer here. We made a real fun video with them. Marcello, great guy from Supercolor. They worked with Rock on building this. So they're just loading the shirt. They're printing hoodies confidently. That's not a cheap hoodie. Places it. And then, all right, here's what's really cool. It has 2 heating elements. So it can heat for 5 seconds and then do another 5 because we want to be moving every 5 seconds, not have a 12-second press.
Right.
And then it's auto peeling over here. You're talking about,
no way.
Automation. Your labor in California is a lot higher than it is in Ohio for me. So again, does this make sense for everybody? No. But if your labor costs a lot more than mine does, maybe it does make sense to make that investment.
You have any?
You're looking around 75, 85. I knew that was about to be asked. 75, 85 is what I've been told. When they first started doing the carousels, it would be two. That's right. Not enough. I got to keep rotating and rotating and rotating. Well, now it's 1, 2, or pre-press, drop the transfer, press, peel, press again.
Right.
So it's got 4 heating elements.
That one did, right?
That one did. So that's, and you're asking about like the latest and greatest. That's where I would, if I would have bought the 2-station and then I saw that come out and, for twice the amount of money, that thing is going to pump out more than twice as fast. I don't have to have so much space. So that's when you're concerned about the latest and greatest and so forth. And that's also why I love making these videos, is because I like to help you make an informed decision, because not everybody can come here.
Do you have any idea if they've come out with anything else? Like, for example, when it comes to the dual head shuttle type presses, is there something in that realm that's new that's come out?
Other than the ProPlace IQ, which projects down onto the product, no. And it's a really revolutionary process. Here's Transfer Express stalls. They're the ones who make that press, but you're talking around $10,000. It's a very expensive, but man, does it have the bells and whistles.
So the future is the circular ones, that right?
Okay, great. This is great questions, because what I'm starting to see, and you're asking about like what's the next latest and greatest. Most of this are the consumables and the rip. The machines themselves are just lines with print heads, and everybody is using the i3200 Epson print head. Okay, so one, they're all using the same head. It's going to come down also about service and so forth. But when you look at that, the powder improves, and the hand can get better. The ink can improve over time. The film improves. At what point is the printer fault? So right now, the latest and greatest, we went from CMYK to everybody's doing 9-color. And I would be 100% confident to do that. And then here's the other thing. So I bought my printer 2+ years ago. It is CMYK only. Guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna convert it to a 9-color, because it's not hard. A lot of these printers, it will print a little bit slower, but I don't have to buy a brand new machine and so forth. So I have a 9-color setup now. So don't think that, I'm never gonna be able to use it again. No, you absolutely can upgrade it a lot of the time. And I can always recommend several different guys. Even like the Cobraflex, that was
upgrade the printer you have.
So you saw that Cobraflex? Yeah. That was a CMYK for the first several years. And then everybody started introducing more colors, and that now has been converted. You can get it CMYK only, or to go a little slower with those additional colors, open up the gamut.
Amazing.
You have a previous one, you can do it.
Amazing.
Epson. So when I think of, DTF, I often would think of wide format printing. So Epson, Roland have both come out with their printers. Mamaki came out with theirs before them. This Epson, we were quoted. All right, how much do you think for just the printer?
I mean, man, just based off of what the Mamaki was, I'm gonna say like 45 or something.
13.
You're kidding me.
13. Can you wheel that in through a door? Yeah. So again, there's literally 13K. God. Now I have nothing to, I have nothing to testimonial it. We did make a video.
Do we have any idea what the quality of the prints and everything are? Obviously they're fantastic.
So your one of your disadvantages, and this is what Mamaki did as well, they want you buying cartridges, not bulk ink, which has pros and cons. So it's called the razor blade business model, but I've always thought of the inkjet printer model from the 90s.
Yes, of course.
They would give us the printer.
Yeah, it's like $100 or something, and then.
But you have to use their consumables. Yeah. It wasn't until they was able to use somebody else's consumables did they actually increase the printer's price.
Right.
They locked us in.
So that's pretty much the catch over here.
I mean, I know a lot of shops that get equipment for free because they sign a consumable contract.
Right.
It's like
Do we have any idea what the refill prices are on those guys?
I don't know. They barely know because that's the unveiling yesterday.
Yeah.
There's 3 booths with it. But yeah, the Epson, it's interesting.
Did you tell us what the price of the Cobraflex was?
So it depends on if you're doing the conversion and so forth, but you're around 40, 45.
Wow.
But it's on its own level as far as the way it was built, how it operates, what you can use it in. A lot of the time, you're going to be looking around, if you're going with a smaller printer, around 10. So Cobraflex had a 13-inch, which is under 10 with installation and crating. So out the door before you're under 10. It's going to print around, 30 to 50 square feet an hour, depending on what you mean. That may be plenty.
Right.
I have a 24-inch forehead. I'm every bit of 100 square feet an hour. It pumps it out. Am I printing all day, every day? No, because it's so fast. I probably bought overkill, but
it's probably a better idea to find yourself one of those 23-inch ones or the 24-inch ones, whatever they are, and just invest in that.
Yep. So we were talking about Printimize. So yeah, unfortunately they didn't have the carousel, but they do have a couple. These are called the hyper printers, and these are the MEM heat presses, which have become very popular. I know everybody in the Shirt Lab groups loves these.
Yeah.
They are cheaper. When it comes to, I'm a Hotronix dealer, and I'll tell you by far, Hotronix makes the best presses. They're more expensive.
Of course.
They're made in America. I've been to their facility in Philadelphia. I will totally always endorse a Hotronix press. But I've always printed plastisol transfers in-house. So I came from the transfer world a decade before DTF was here. Your play with a screen print transfer or vinyl from 15 years ago was small. Think about vinyl, how much better it got in the pack. You can apply it at 200 degrees, it seems like, in a 6. So DTF is so much more forgiving than it's Roland. So Roland's DTF printer, and then their desktop version, if you want to call that a desktop.
Yeah.
So one thing you got to keep in mind here at the show is it's like 15% humidity, and you're supposed to be using these things 40 to 60%. So it's challenging. Here, I want to show you something over here if you've never seen it, because again, I never see this. One, direct-to-embroidery. You seen this?
Wait, the detail.
So you could essentially sew something and then print over it. So you see that orange? That was white.
Oh, no.
That was DTG'd over it and beyond it. So that was all white text.
Wow.
You never had a color change. So the color reel did it one way. Brother designed the direct-to-embroidery. It's a camera mounted above it. So it actually, you'll decorate it, white color only. You'll put it on there, and the camera uses AI and places it perfectly on it and prints over it. Full color embroidery here.
This velvet part?
That's going to be different.
Yeah.
But I want to show you how they do that right here. That's the other thing I was like blown away by. The laser bridge. So check this out. This is a gray mix. You see all that brown stuff in there?
Yeah.
That was the engraving going over it. It just burned it on. Okay? But, applique. You were like, that felt and all that.
Sure,
so
sure.
Guess what? I sew it here. I take it here. Camera sees it. It cuts it. I don't have to have a seamstress go in there and sew it on.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Wow.
Yeah. You sew it, you put it in there, it cuts the rest. So you were just looking at that. This is how you do it. And then they have the direct-to-embroidery in addition to it. It's crazy.
What's it just laser engraving it or it's burning it?
Look at how fast.
Burning it.
There's no hand. So again, it can do several things. It's crazy. We have a user that has a lot of them. It's a niche for sure.
Definitely a
but
niche.
Guess what? Sometimes having something that unique is what sets you apart from somebody else. So, yeah.
Have you ever seen the thread sublimation machine? Or I don't know.
The color reel.
Yeah, where it
filed for bankruptcy. So that's essentially a different way to do it. The biggest thing you can do with a color reel is you can do hats. You really can't do hats with that direct embroidery. All right, Ara, we're here at the best booth of the show. DecoNetwork.
Of
We're
course.
awesome. Why wouldn't we? Because we're the best. We're the best all-in-one shop management software. Ara, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for doing this with me. Guys, that's what we love about the industry. There's a lot of great things that happen. And again, coming to this trade show, it's not just about buying and selling and so forth. It's the education, it's the information, it's everything. And our industry is thriving.
Yeah, this place is awesome. I can't wait to go and visit all the booths. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, guys.
See you guys.